Have you ever felt like you're trying to read a beautiful book written in a language you don't quite understand?
That's often what it feels like to love a deep thinker. There's a magical depth to them, but also a confusing silence that can leave you feeling lost.
You see their wonderful inner world, but don't always have the map to get there.
What if those confusing moments weren't problems to be solved, but a secret language to be learned? A deep thinker is simply someone who loves to live in their inner world.
They aren't just hearing your words, they're exploring their meaning, their connections, and their implications.
Our goal today is not to change them, but to understand them.
So let's unlock the 3 unspoken rules that can turn confusion into connection. The first unspoken rule is that their silence is a language. You might ask a big question, and instead of an answer, you are met with silence. Instantly, your own mind might fill that space with worry.
Are they angry, bored, or pulling away?
But for the deep thinker, that silence is a sign of respect.
They're not ignoring your question, they're honoring it by building a thoughtful answer inside their mind.
Their silence isn't a wall, it is a workshop. Once you understand their silence, the next key is to learn their style of conversation. This brings us to rule number 2.
They crave meaningful questions.
For many deep thinkers, typical small talk can feel like a barrier.
Questions like, "How was your day?" can feel draining because the real answer is too complex for a simple reply.
It's not that they don't want to connect, but that this path doesn't lead to the connection they seek. Try swapping a closed question for an open one. Instead of "How was work?" try "What was the most interesting thought you had today?" You are giving them a bridge to their inner world, not just a question about their outer one. The third unspoken rule is perhaps the most easily misunderstood. Their alone time is not a rejection of you, but an essential requirement for them. When a deep thinker asks for space, it can feel personal and painful. But for them, alone time is like oxygen. It's how they process the day, organize their thoughts, and recharge their emotional battery. This isn't about escaping from you. It's about recharging so they can return to you more present, more engaged, and more themselves. Their solitude is what fuels their ability to connect. Now, let's flip the perspective for a moment. If you are the deep thinker in your relationship, we see you too. It can be lonely when your way of being is constantly misunderstood. Your greatest gift to your partner is to communicate your needs kindly. A simple, "I'd love to talk about this, I just need a moment to think," can close the gap of misunderstanding. So, how do we put all of this into practice? The big mindset shift is to stop seeing their behavior as a problem to fix and start seeing it as a language to learn. You are not a detective trying to solve a case, but a student learning a beautiful and complex language. Here is a small challenge for you. The next time your partner goes quiet, resist the urge to fill the silence. They're thinking. Notice how that one shift changes your feeling from anxiety to curiosity. Dating a deep thinker isn't about following a rigid set of rules. It's an invitation to love more curiously and communicate more courageously. It's about 2 whole people with 2 unique inner worlds patiently building a bridge to each other. Your desire to understand is a beautiful and powerful gift. We would love to hear your story in the comments below. Are you dating a deep thinker, or are you one? Share one thing you wish people knew. For more stories that help you understand your mind, subscribe to Brainwave Stories.